Yes, indeed, I do have an Opus card. In fact, I used it yesterday. I had to go from my place to Little Italy. And I said, well, how am I going to do this? Am I going to drive? Do I drive in this snowstorm? Or no, do I head over to the metro? I walked to the metro, around a 6-minute walk from the metro station, walked to the metro, headed up to Beaubien, got out of the metro, and then I walked for another 10 minutes, got to my destination. It was quick, it was efficient. I love the metro, and I love the history behind the metro. I love the style, I love the architecture, and I know a lot of people agree with me. Well, our next guest is doing something to let people buy a little piece of the STM. Joining me on the line is Luigi Vendittelli, site manager of a new boutique that's opened up where you can buy STM merchandise. Hey, Luigi.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. So listen, tell me about this because I'm sort of like murky on all the details. You've got a new boutique. It's on
right.
Saint Laurent in Ahuntsic, correct?
Yeah, that's right. We're located on 9494 Saint Laurent on the 9th floor. We're a company that is partnered up with the STM. Our company name is Motivo, and we created the boutique STM about 3 years ago, and we've made it an online store which carries like a whole bunch of products. So like talking from cups to T-shirts to blankets to lunch bags and so on. And 90% of our goods are all made right here in Montreal. So which is a really cool thing to advertise. And we just on Thursday we launched the official physical store, which has been like in huge demand for the last 3 years from people writing us, telling us that they wanted us to do this.
So this happened because there was a demand. So you were selling merchandise online. I'm sure the sales must have been pretty decent, but people are like, no, I want to see this stuff in person.
Well, the thing is that when we started getting a lot of people thinking that we were a physical store, and they were disappointed that we didn't have one. And we said, this is an online shop, and we would get clients all the way from New Zealand that would buy STM stuff, which surprised us too. And so as we kept growing the collection and adding new products, we kept getting people saying, you guys need to open a store. So last year there was a big garage sale that we organized with the STM.
I was there, Luigi.
Yeah,
I lined up for, I think it took 4.5 hours before I got in.
And I mean, we didn't expect that. That was like a complete surprise to everybody that there would be so many people interested. I mean, we knew there was going to be an interest, but that was like out of proportion. So during that event, we really got like tons of people saying, you guys have to open a store. So we started looking at that seriously as of October last year. And 1 year later, we're open.
Wow. We're speaking with Luigi Vendittelli, who is the site manager of the new boutique that the STM has, run by Motivo, and it's where you can get a lot of STM merchandise. Luigi, what do you have in the store? I mean, is there historical items that people can purchase? What's in there?
One of the most popular items that we sell that's an originals are the Metro maps. So everything that comes from 2001 all the way to the most recent one, well, actually to 2012. Then the most recent ones were only were actually created electronically on the Azure. Gotcha. So the printed versions of the maps only go up to 2012. So we offer all those varieties, and they're all available right here. We also carry tote bags, little miniature model buses from the 70s all the way to now, which we're just launching the latest New Flyer bus, which is a 100% electric bus. So we got that as a model. We got decorative pillows, tote bags, pencil cases. I mean, you name it, like anything that you can imagine that could be branded, we probably have it. And we're working on other new stuff soon, which will be in relation to helping people who use public transit have really practical items that are designed for people who take the metro or the bus.
Luigi, do you love public transit, the STM, as much as the people from New Zealand that are buying the merchandise?
I obviously, because I did it, right? So if I used to go to New York all the time back in 2007. I used to look at what they did out there, and I always wondered, why don't we do this in Montreal? We have a beautiful metro map. It's very colorful. We have a lot of beautiful metro stations with tons of art, and I always had a passion for it. So I basically really took the initiative back in 2008 and started this project, and it took a long time to officially get licensed to do this. So it's the first time a private company like Motivo gets a license from a public brand like the STM.
Yeah, and I got to say, Luigi, growing up, taking the bus, taking the metro, my high school days, I have such a connection. A simple thing like the transfer. Remember those yellow paper
yellow
transfers?
Yeah,
I see that, and it brings back so many memories. Is that the people that come to the shop, that are coming to the boutique, that are going online? These are just people that just want a connection with that nostalgia.
Absolutely. There's such an emotional attachment. People, the first thing they do is when they see a product with, especially the metro station. So somebody will come in and they'll see like a nut, whatever, like a cup or a pillow, whatever, with Papineau on it or Baudry on it or Pineuf, and they're falling in love with the idea of buying something that is so nostalgic for them. So they have like this emotional attachment to the station they either grew up with or went to school on all the time. So we kind of felt it right in the first year, where people were like really, really happy to see that they could buy a piece of it. So we started really, developing on that idea, and it grew because then it went from metro stations to bus lines.
Yep.
And then when we got into bus lines, people like went completely nuts and like, oh my God, that was my bus line. I love that. Could you make me another product with this number? So what we're working on now is customized products.
Oh, wow.
So let's say your bus line was 55 or 31, whatever it was. We'll create a product according to the bus line that you used to take or the metro. Like, let's say you wanted to put your name on the Metro Cup, we could do that as well. So that's also coming for 2012 because people really have an emotional attachment to this.
Well, you're making me think about where I would be today without the 161 Van Horn bus. I mean, seriously.
That's right. We actually, believe it or not, we have a 161 Van Horn bus stop.
You do?
Yeah, we do. It's so funny.
Let me ask.
You landed on the one bus stop that we carry.
How much is that, Luigi?
Yeah, I think it's like $79.99.
Oh, that's reasonably priced.
Acrylic replica of that bus stop.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really, really cool.
Okay, Luigi, if I want to come to the shop again, it's on Saint Laurent, 9494 Saint Laurent, 9th floor?
Yeah, you got it. Right in front of the big STM garage at the corner of Louvain.
That's wonderful. Okay, Luigi, listen, I'm on the online version of your shop, which is also fantastic, but I think a lot of people are going to be enjoying this. You're open weekdays for now?
We're open weekdays only for now from 10 to 5, but we should be launching weekend hours within the next couple of weeks, and we're also going to be open weekends and evenings during the Christmas season.
Oh, there you go, the big Christmas holiday shopping season.
That's right.
All right, Luigi, this was fun. Thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
There's Luigi Vendittelli, site manager of the STM's boutique. Motivo got the contract for that, and they're running that fun boutique. Interesting, fun stuff.